Lieutenant Christine Jacobs. I'm assigned to the Santa Rosa area for the California Highway Patrol. I started my career with the Highway Patrol about 19 years ago this coming August. Before that, I worked for State Farm as a claim adjuster for your homeowner's insurance. Pretty much did everything that wasn't your car. I met a couple of gals at church, my retired friend Lieutenant Shannon King and retired officer Deanne Maynard, and we got talking about what I ever wanted to do with my life, because claim adjuster isn't something you aspire to be most of the time. And I said, well, a cop and teacher are the two things I wanted to be, and they both looked at each other and said, why aren't you a cop? Because they were both CHP. I said, well, I just don't know how. And they got me a paper application, filled in those bubbles, and here I am. They've been mentors to me over my career. They're wonderful, talented, smart, fun, down-to-earth ladies, and I strive every day to make them proud of the decision they made to recruit me. So in addition to the encouragement I received from my friends Shannon and Deanne, I went on a couple ride-alongs with the CHP, and I realized that this is what I wanted to do with my life. I appreciated the fact that they were out there and they were helping people, and they were taking people who needed to go to jail, and they were stopping people. And whether you issue a citation or not, sometimes just stopping somebody is enough to keep them from causing that crash down the road, slowing them down. I know as a young person I received my fair share of speeding tickets, and it almost kept me from doing what I wanted with my life. So I know that we make an impact out there when we stop somebody and have a conversation. Serious opportunities on this department to make a difference and learn a lot. I got the chance to work as a recruiter with my friend Officer Paul Howells. We did job fairs together. We spent many long hours together. We are the best of friends to this day. I got the chance to also be a background investigator. I feel like that probably, if anything, made the most impact on how the direction of this department would be in the future. I got to see people who are going to make great officers and sergeants and maybe even division chiefs or commissioners someday. After that, I got a chance to work up at headquarters. It may not sound quite as glamorous as you think. I got to work in the commissioner's office. I worked for our retired Assistant Commissioner Mona Prieto and some wonderful people who were her chiefs and her lieutenants and her sergeants, and I have those friends to this day. I then got a chance to promote. I promoted to sergeant in 2013. I worked a short period of time in Marin. That's where I cut my teeth being a sergeant. Again, wonderful people who came alongside me and helped me learn how to be a good supervisor, but also not lose that touch with the officers on the road and the job that's being done out there. I then went back to headquarters. I worked at a place called Research and Planning Section. That gave me a real opportunity to see the statewide programs we have. I supervised our radar LiDAR program, the DUI program, all of our PAS devices throughout the state. And it really gave me a sense of taking care of our equipment, and that's from the most valuable piece of equipment we have is our people, down to our MBARS mics, the smallest piece of equipment we have, and the impact it makes on us as a department when we don't value that and take care of it. In 2015, I was fortunate enough to transfer back to Santa Rosa, which is my home area. I was a graveyard sergeant, which I loved, getting to work with people who had raised me from a pup, is the joke I tell. I was then fortunate enough to promote to lieutenant. I got assigned to San Francisco, which was a learning curve for me since I had never worked in a metro area. I was fortunate enough to work for my now commander in Santa Rosa, Aristotle Wolf, who was the commander in San Francisco, and my senior classmate from the academy, Jessica Stratton, who's the lieutenant at the Cordelia Scales now. I spent about a year and a half there learning more than I ever imagined I could learn. Great people that worked there again. I had a wonderful group of sergeants. We had a lot of fun, and I had opportunities to review pursuits and internal investigations, but at the same time I got a chance to recognize people that were doing outstanding jobs in really difficult circumstances sometimes. I was able then to transfer back to Santa Rosa, so now I've been an officer, a sergeant, and a lieutenant all in the same office. I've been back in Santa Rosa since the end of 2019. I couldn't be happier. I live about 15 minutes from my office, and again, I'm working with people that I've known for almost 20 years. I'm looking toward the tail end of my career now, and I look back and I think about all the fun things I've gotten to do on this department. I've gotten the opportunity to go to Ukraine and help train their police patrol as a member of the Highway Patrol. I can't imagine a more rewarding experience than teaching people who are so excited about their new department how to be good troopers, good officers. I've had the chance to, like I said, do backgrounds in recruitment. I've taken part in SLI, the Sherman Block Supervisory Leadership Institute, where I met over the course of 8 months with with supervisors from departments all over California and learned new and innovative ways they do things, and bounced ideas off them and made lifelong friends. I've ridden in the Police Unity Tour. Last year I rode in the Unity Tour for the first time. It's a ride that raises money for the Police Memorial Foundation. The motto is, "We ride for those who died." I rode for an officer named Kenyon Youngstrom, who I worked with at our division office when I was a backgrounds investigator and recruiter. He was killed in the line of duty, and so I rode in his honor. It's just been a fantastic opportunity to do such cool things that you can't imagine. I mean, we have the bicycle patrol and the equestrian and all the fun stuff we pump up, but there's so much below the surface that's so fun to do, and that you're going to look back on and think, wow, I had a pretty cool job. So I've had the unique opportunity to be a member of our Honor Guard Color Guard for the Highway Patrol. I always knew it existed. I just didn't, again, know how to go about being part of it. I was given the opportunity when we had a retired lieutenant pass away, and they needed a spur-of-the-moment honor guard. I'd never done it before. A friend of mine who was involved in the honor guard said, "I can show you what you need to know." I participated in that smaller event, and I was hooked. I thought, what a great way to honor our officers, our fallen officers, and we also do retiree memorial services. It's a great way to show the family how much those members of our department meant to us and how much their loss is felt across the board. So being an incident commander may sound very intimidating, but I've had the opportunity to be the incident commander at our Emergency Operations Center at the Santa Rosa area office during the Tubbs fire of 2017. I was currently the administrative sergeant, and I had a fantastic team running our EOC. And to say I was the incident commander means that, yes, I had to make sure everything worked right, but to be honest with you, my team was doing a great job behind the scenes. And for the Kinkaid Fire in 2019, I had promoted to lieutenant and was back in the Santa Rosa area and was assigned to the CAL FIRE command post. So I spent 12 hours a day sitting on our law enforcement mobile command post, working with our CAL FIRE liaisons, all of the other law enforcement agencies in Sonoma County, the Public Health Department, the County of Sonoma representatives, and it was a tremendous experience, and I felt like we really made a difference for the community of Sonoma County in being the incident commanders, part of the incident command system at a big event like that. So I would say to any female out there who's in their early 30s and thinking about maybe this career has passed them by, not a chance. This is one of the most rewarding things you'll ever do, and although it may be a short-term interruption to your normal life and what you've considered your normal life, you will look back and thank goodness that you made this decision. It is hard, I'm not going to lie, but the reward is infinitesimally more than you'll ever give.